Welcome to the DSRX podcast, a raw exploration of regenerative relating through vulnerable shares, practical tools, and ecstatic experiments from our own long-term love story. Beyond traditional dominance and submission, DSRX names a new terrain, devotion and service, that include the cycles of RX as a central medicine for integrating deeper power exchange and erotic connection. Here we embrace the polarity paradox, structure with softness, discipline with holistic surrender, power with play, and conscious leadership with love, where sex, desire, kink, and the taboo ignite the crucible that turns heat into healing. Because intimate partnership is the deepest initiator, the most sacred undoing. For more about DSRX, find links in the show notes, and thank you for being with us.
Welcome. This is Eric. Welcome back to DSRX. There's one phrase that kills polarity dead. You probably think it makes you a good guy. You probably think it makes you helpful. Let me tell you, it drains her. It puts her in charge. It keeps you small. That phrase, how can I help? How can I do it? She doesn't want your help. She wants your presence. She wants your proactive participation. She wants your initiative. Anytime you walk into a situation and say, how can I help? You've already lost the moment, because now she has to stop, think, delegate, and manage you. That's not help. That's mental load. That's her carrying the responsibility instead of you. And it leaves you standing there like a little boy, waiting for assignments. So what's the alternative? Participate. Not asking her out loud, how can I help? But asking yourself silently, how can I participate here? And then moving, doing, risking, even if you get it wrong. Let me give you some real examples. Rachael came home the other day from a rare day out in public without me. I did not sit there waiting for her to come in and say, how can I help? But rather, I went out to the car. I grabbed her bags. I told her to go inside, to change her clothes, and I told her I got this. She resisted, as she does sometimes, but I didn't fold. I hugged her. I looked her in the eye, and I told her, I've got this. I've got you. Now go inside. That's not me being helpful. That's me proactively participating. That's me relieving her nervous system. That's what allows her to soften. The same thing happens in the kitchen. It happened a lot in the kitchen. I came in and I used to say, she's a much better cook than I am. And I'd say, how can I help? And she'd look at me blank, because that question put her in charge. It put her in her head. All of a sudden, she had to manage me in those situations. I finally got it after a while, after noticing how she reacted. I started paying attention. I noticed patterns every time she cooked. Like, for example, she never set the table. So I just made it my job, set the table, water poured. She never dumps the trash. I did dump the trash. No asking, no assignments. I participated. I was in presence. I was noticing. The place where I really learned this, though, was on job sites. I've done a lot of construction through my life. And when I was younger and just starting out, one of the ways that I really made a place for myself was I didn't wait around asking how I could be of help. I took initiative. I would look around and I'd see what needed to be done, and I would do it. And I noticed the guys that would ask how they could help and would just stand there. They didn't last long. It became a liability. The guys that lasted were the ones who took initiative, who learned what they were doing and how to do better, and setting up and order part of their job and using that. It's the philosophy of the mise en place, like in the kitchen. They watched, they read the room, they learned, and they jumped in. They took the initiative. This is how you earn respect at work. It's the same thing in home. This is how you become a leader. You don't ask your woman how you can help. You just make her the foreman when you do that. You put her in charge. It's no different at home. You know what it's like to truly be in that place of presence. It's a different energy. She notices your energy as one of participating, not just waiting, but you're acting. She wants to feel your presence, your leadership. She wants to feel like you're the person in charge who knows what's going on. She wants to feel your initiative. This is what builds polarity. This matters also in the bedroom. It matters because the erotic, in many ways, is that of energy. It's the energy of Eros, the energy of initiative, the energy of acting and action. It's not about technique. Oral sex is a great example of this. It's not about just technique. It's about energy. Our bodies feel the energy. And if there's any obligation, if there's any performance, if there's anything that feels like this person is just trying to be helpful, then you clench up. They feel you. They feel that you're doing it from a place of performance or helpfulness or duty or obligation. They don't feel your full presence. The body shuts down. We know this. It's no different at home. It's no different. It's what makes Rachael so exceptional in the bedroom, this pure presence of giving. No performance, pure participation, pure anticipation. It's the same like when you're fucking and you're asking, what about this position or this position? And it throws it off. The dynamic and the polarity is gone. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to learn about things. I'm not saying you don't need to understand how to be helpful and to learn and to do better. I'm just saying read the room, know when and where to do that. That's often best done not in the middle of the heat of the moment, but at a later time. And it's done after reflection upon making mistakes and learning, hey, that didn't work. I'm going to do it better. So energy is polarity. And when there's a depolarizing energy, we need to take assessment and deal with that. And the best way to get into polarity as a man is to take initiative. And the best way to take initiative is in front of you and not about waiting to be asked, how can I be of help? Take the initiative. Take the initiative that comes from a place of fully participating in your life in the moment. Lead yourself in the moment. Be open and generous with your energy in the moment. She needs you to feel your energy. She needs to feel and wants to feel your leadership, your presence. She wants to feel that you're there before you're even there, that you're participating, that you're anticipating before you're participating, that the moment is yours. She wants to feel a clean, giving, pure presence of energy. She's not going anywhere, that you're not going anywhere, that it's not a performance, it's not a struggle, it's not an obligation, it's not a duty. You're not waiting to be told what to do. You're generously doing it. This is what's erotic. It's what lets her breathe. She feels chosen. She feels led. She feels like she's out of her head. Her nervous system relaxes. This is where your life can be erotic. She's in her body. There's no obligation. It's pure presence. You are, though, going to get it wrong sometimes. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to misread the moment. You're going to mislead. You're going to be too much or not enough. And she didn't want it like that. Better to make mistakes in action rather than omission. You have to be able to risk and not collapse when she responds. You'll get better at practicing not collapsing. You'll be better at risking and not being passive. She wants to feel you taking that energy. Better to feel that and learn from it and to grow than not doing it. Better to risk, to move, to fail than to stand there being passive. Every time you're passive, she'll feel it. She'll feel alone. Rather her upset from action rather than upset from passivity. From the action, you at least grow and you will learn. There will be a movement forward. So how do you shift from helpfulness to participation? First, you've got to watch. You've got to slow down. You've got to look around. You've got to start noticing what actually needs to be done. You got to see the systems. Step 2, learn patterns. Every house has them. Every woman has them. Every workplace has them. What's forgotten? Where can you step in? Where can your initiative immediately be felt? Step 3, act. Don't ask. Don't wait. Take initiative. Move. Step 4, take risks. You're going to get it wrong. Own it. Don't collapse. Learn from it. That's step 5. Learn. Notice what worked. Notice what didn't. Be humble. Be a beginner. Step 6, repeat. Find new places to do it with new women, not just your woman, but in life, out in the world, with your sister, with your mother, with your kids, with your coworkers. You're being discerning. You're finding the right moment to do it. You're recognizing that this energy works, that this energy is better. You start listening to your body and seeing how your body in that energy makes more of an impact or less of an impact. You're seeing how, as you repeat this and you get better at this and your competence in this happens, that your confidence starts to grow. And that energy then has a ripple effect on everything else. So often we don't do things because we're not good at it. That's my point in bringing this up to you. Better to take the initiative and to do it poorly and go through the process of not collapsing and holding yourself in that, through that process and growing and learning and expanding your field, expanding your domain of competency and your domain of leadership and presence, rather than to contract and only do what you're already good at. Even in your capacity to hold yourself in those moments of making mistakes and risking is an opportunity for you to gain competency, and just in your reactivity to that, or not having reactivity. So practice with everyone, carry something, pick something up, read the field, notice, act, make mistakes, learn, repeat. Stop asking, how can I help? That's not help. That's outsourcing. That's passivity. What she craves isn't a helpful boy. It's a participating man. She wants to feel your full participation. She wants to feel you noticing and your awareness. She wants your anticipation. She wants your movement. And she wants your steadiness in this process, in this moment. Stop waiting for permission. Stop standing around and sitting around. Start noticing. Start participating. That's polarity. That's presence. That's what gives her rest. That's what makes her trust you. If this landed, keep walking with us. Follow us on Instagram at DSRX_studio. Click the link in the bio to sign up for our weekly email list, where we share episode updates and free resources to help you practice this work in your own life. I'll see you next week. Thank you.